Like I said a couple weeks ago, I thought it was going to be Cubs and Reds 1-2 in the division. I thought we on paper are playing better than our record shows. We just aren't winning games, and so we should be. It's frustrating.
It is.
When you look at run differential and you look at those things, and we aren't where we should be. So that's why I'm saying that we are. It's a yellow. It's not what I wanted. I wanted this to be the first year where we were really pushing. I thought it was, and
I mean, it's a long season and anything can happen, but 7 games at the break,
and that's where which leads into let's talk about. Who are the 4 guys you think will be traded? Because I think right now we're 7 games out, right? Is that where we're at? I haven't even looked at it last because I don't think
6, somewhere between 6 and 7.
Let's look. Standings.
Somebody please put it in the comments. Put it in the comments.
We are 7 games back in the division, and in the wild card, we are 6.5.
See, that's too many games to try to make some moves to try to close that gap, even in the wild card.
So that's where, like, okay. So you're guessing that we're going to be sellers.
More than likely.
Okay, so who are the 4 guys you think are going to be sold?
Bellinger's gone.
Belly. Okay, who else?
I don't know. I think we're going to probably get a couple of people that need work for somebody's going to want, like you said a few weeks ago, somebody's going to want a defensive catcher. So
Barnhart.
Yeah.
I think if they could package Barnhart with somebody else, they'll do it just to give Amaya more time. But I don't know if anybody really want that. That's why I think that Gomes is going to be the catcher that's going to be gone, because he has a stick. And in playoffs, you need a catcher that can provide a little bit of offense. And he is a really good defensive catcher. And he's been a good postseason performer. He's won a World Series. Like, he's been there. Like, people trust him. I think Gomes is gone. Who else? So one of the catchers, Belly.
There's no way we're going to get rid of, like, Mastrobuoni or Mancini or Madrigal.
No. Unless it's paired with somebody else.
Right.
I could see Madrigal maybe being moved, but we don't have anybody to fill in any up time unless we're going to get a third baseman, which we'll get into here in a little bit of talk. I think Stroman,
Hendricks,
possibly Hendricks, or Drew Smiley.
Yeah,
the Hendricks one, that's where it's going to hurt. That one's going to hurt.
That's the last piece from the 2016 team.
Besides Ross.
Ross.
That one will sting a little bit if that happens. I really hope that dagger doesn't get driven into the Cubs fans' hearts. But my big thing, and I think I've talked about this with a friend of mine. He helped coach our son's baseball team, and we were talking the other day about we're probably going to be sellers, but we want this to be where we add major league ready talent, kind of like the Jake Arrieta, Pedro Strop deal, where we get kind of reclamation projects, but guys that are proven have a pedigree to be pretty good and maybe need a little bit of change of scenery, and that we have identified. We pull a Tampa Bay Rays where we've identified how to make them better, and we do it. That's what I want to see. I want to see that be able to happen. And I think that would get Cubs fans excited rather than getting a minor league guy that we've gotten the last 5-6 years that it's prospects, you don't know what you're going to get. And so I know Laz brought up Moncada starting third baseman or Berger. I don't want Berger. And I don't want anybody from the Sox. Maybe because I'm a Cubs fan, it's hard. I don't know. I would have to look into a little bit more Moncada. He has the prospect pedigree, but just really has struggled. Berger, I just feel like he's going to be like another Patrick Wisdom that like maybe does it for half a season, but not going to be a long haul. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know everything, but I don't know. I don't want that one maybe. But I want some major league talent. So I like that idea, Laz, in the comments. That was
right.
At least we're looking at what that could be. That would be what I was talking about.
How much
a reclamation project?
Like how much more could we clutter up our farm system? Yep. With emerging talent.
But I mean, we have a hole at third base. We have a hole at first base. And so those would be where you could put McConnell and you're like, all right, here you are, third base. Let's figure it out. And let's figure out what hasn't worked for you. And let's help you because you do have tremendous power and possibility. You have talent. So yeah, that's where I'm at for any trades. I want that to be happening.